Hey guys, Chase with Recom Actual. Today, we are here to ask and hopefully answer a very important question. Is the Sitka Arrowhead WWP jacket and pants worth the price? And if so, should you buy it from US Elite Gear? Well, the last answer is extremely obvious. Yes, of course, you should buy everything from US Elite Gear. But let's dig into the crux of the question. Is this product worth the price? So in order to answer the question, is it worth the price, we probably need to start with price. The pants are $750 and the jacket is $950. Now, at the time of filming in the early part of 2022, that can seem a little expensive. In fact, the industry accepted metric of measure of value, which is how much is this compared to a medium cheese pizza, roughly again about $10 depending on where you live. You could actually eat a cheese pizza every other day of the year for the same price as this jacket and pants as a combo. However, you would be in horrifically terrible health and probably have some gastrointestinal distress that is best not discussed in pleasant company. So I would recommend investing your money more intelligently into products like these. Now, getting serious, I know that can be considered a lot of money. Roughly $1,700 for a range system is not, by any stretch of the imagination, cheap. However, the real answer to the question, is it worth the price, is a balance between performance and cost, and that is going to be answered by what you do with the product and what you actually need. So let's talk about what the product is for, and then you can decide if it meets your requirements for life. So what is the WWP pant and jacket made for? Well, in a nutshell, it's made for extremely hard use in extremely wet environments. Digging into it deeper, if you want to get into all the sciencey fabric stuff and all the features of the pants, we have an entire video on that, so I'd encourage you to check that out. But sort of a brief overview, what you've got here is you've got the reinforced quiet hem. So like I said, it's reinforced in case it gets underfoot and it's not going to get torn up. And then this actually part of the material that goes where your feet meet is going to be quieter when it's rubbing together if you do need to be a little more clandestine in your movements. It's going to be a lot quieter than the other part of the fabric should it rub. You've got a 7/8 zip zipper that's going to help putting it on and off of your boots, or if you need to do some venting and cooling. It's got this big pocket on both pants up front in case you need to access something that's in those pockets when you've got bigger, more bulbous kit on. And then up top, it's got the really nice suspender system, which is quick release, and then the belt. So, moving on to the jacket, again, pretty nice features. It does have the fixed adjustable hood, so that means it can be closed over top of a hat, something like that, if you need to stay warmer and drier. However, it is fixed, meaning it does not come off the jacket. It's got panels for patches, whatever you might need, external, internal pockets, all the things you'd expect for an extremely high quality jacket. And I will say that the sealing and sewing on these both the pants and jacket is second to none. This is something that's going to last an entire lifetime of use. It's really impressive construction and materials on these products. But what we're talking about today is it worth the price to you? And like I said, one half of that equation is what you actually do. If you're just sort of, going about your daily routine, you've got some kids and a job, and you just don't want to get wet on your way from the grocery store to the car, or from work to the car, or, walking around the park, something like that. Of course, there are a litany of products out there for a substantially cheaper price that are going to keep you dry. However, if you're going to be doing any kind of actual hard work, especially in gear, around things that tend to be more pokey, sharp, or abrasive, then that's really where these products are going to shine. So if you're out backpacking, if you're have a job where your mission takes you into some austere environments, if you need to actually have some warmth involved in your weather protection, if you might actually do some intentional or probably more likely accidental submersion, that's where, or partial submersion, I should say, that's where these products are really going to shine. If you need to wear weatherproof garments either over top of or underneath gear like plate carriers, belts, if you're working with firearms, something like that, that's exactly what these products are made for. Now, if you're not in the military or law enforcement, you may be thinking, well, maybe I don't need that. However, I would encourage you to think of the responsibly armed citizen. Again, the mission sets as modern world events have shown us. Civilians can be called to do a variety of things that in contemporary thinking we may have relegated to either civilian or law enforcement jobs, and that's really just not the case. So that's where these products are really gonna shine. Ultimately, though, I cannot answer for you if it's worth the price to you. Only you know what you do for a job, what you do in your life, what part of the country or world you live in, and ultimately what your budget is. If you can't afford this, of course, I would encourage you to buy a cheaper product that's as quality as it can be and invest in yourself in training, knowledge, that sort of thing, because ultimately you're going to find that your knowledge base and your skill set is what's going to make up the biggest difference when you're faced with adverse conditions. However, if this is in your budget range, I cannot say enough good things about these WWP jacket and pants. They are, again, are absolutely second to none. This is the cream of the crop when it comes to a weatherproof, waterproofing layer. Again, like I said, we had a whole other video on getting the details of these pants and jacket because they are so technical and so impressive in their construction and design. When you put them on and you start working in them, it really just, it's one of those things you almost need to touch it to understand it. It's so impressive. But again, ultimately, it's up to you if it's worth the price. I would say try to consider it if you can. And if you're going to pick it up, you should check it out on US Elite Gear. If you've got any questions about this or any of their other products, hit up US Elite Gear on their social media, leave a comment below, whatever does it for you. Bottom line, guys, remember, training's what counts. So train hard, live free. Thanks for watching. See you next time.